Hello, jokestress. It's me, Balanced Woman. I just got done watching your video with talking about Bernie Mac and the people who died recently, and I just wanted to say that, it may be that at this time you are feeling a lot of stuff from your own personal past, and therefore you're seeing it in the world. I think that's very common, that the things that we need to process through within our own life is oftentimes mirrored back to us in the news media, in our work relationships, our romantic relationships, our relationships with our children. And since you seem to be someone who watches a lot of media, you may be picking up on things that you need to look at through what you are seeing in the world. And so I was thinking that the Bernie Mac story is very interesting because, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that you once shared that you had to move from your your mother's house to your father's house because your mother was unable to take care of you because she was a drug addict. And you went for a time, if I'm not mistaken, to live with an aunt and uncle who were really nice and fun. And so I thought it was kind of interesting. I don't know if you're aware of this, but Bernie Mac, his stand-up is actually all about that. That's right. It's all about how he and his wife took in his, I believe, his brother, his children, or maybe his sister. I'm not sure, but a sibling who was a drug addict and had to give over custody to their children. And so I thought it was very parallel to your own story, and that perhaps there is a part of you that feels very sad that Bernie Mac died, because he actually had a show that you watched on a regular basis, and that maybe his dying and the fact that it didn't get as much coverage as some other people who maybe contributed on a different way, on the world stage, but that Bernie Mac really told a part of your story that had never been told, which is the taking in of children whose parents were drug addicts. So maybe that made you feel like there's a little less reason to feel ashamed of what you went through. And so I think there's a part of you that actually really loves and appreciates Bernie Mac and feels very sad that he's gone. And that rather than sharing that sadness, you went to the shadows, as you tend to do, because that's where you feel a little bit more safe, because that's a realm that, I gotta give it to you, jokestress, you do have a really good understanding of the shadow. I'm very impressed. So keep sharing. Let's keep processing through this. I hope it's okay that I'm giving you some feedback, mirroring back to you what maybe you can't see in yourself. And I look forward to your next video. Bye.
Let's cut out the melodrama so we can wake up the whole wide world. Let's make up and start all over and awaken the boys and the girls.